Hello, welcome once again. It's my privilege having your audience, and I pray that the discussions we've been having have been useful. I welcome you to another edition of the 5-minute breakfast. With the 5-minute breakfast, I try to take a topic that I think is important for everyone or a specific subset of people and just talk about it briefly for 5 minutes. It's not always that easy, but you know, we have a lot of things we're doing in our day, so I just try to wrap it up. This one I'm going to have a little preamble, so I think it's going to run maybe about 6 or 7 minutes. And I freestyle, so I'm not really timing myself or looking at a script. I just want to talk to you and talk freely from my heart. Before I get into this topic, it's a little touchy because I'm not an overly religious person, and when you talk about certain things and you reference religious subtext or you use religious references, people on one side or the other tend to get offended or interested more or less than they should be. I have no time for political correctness, so I'm just going to talk. And in any subsequent video that you watch me speaking, I'm just going to talk. I don't try to offend, but I don't run from offense because the truth is the truth. There's a song, so the topic for today is seasons. There's a song that was in my head this morning, and it's there shall be showers of blessings, this is the promise of God. There shall be seasons refreshings, straight from the heavens above, showers of blessings. And every time people sing it, they forget the seasons. And one of my favorite verses in the Bible is, or chapters, is Psalm 1, where he says, "Blessed is he that walks not in the counsel of the ungodly," and at the end of the day he says, "which brings forth fruit in his season." And I think one of the most challenging experiences that I have as a businessman, especially functioning in a society that is always judging success momentarily, that's always moving at the second, is that people fail to recognize that the life of a human being has seasons. When you wake up in the morning, that's morning, and then there's afternoon, and there's evening. The world is designed with so many of those variations and cycles in everything, and there's cycles in business. There's cycles in life. There's cycles in marriage. There are times when you are euphoric and in love and playful, and there are times when life is serious and complex and you can't get along. The same applies to business. The same applies to any circle of life. And it's important that you recognize the seasons in your life for what they are. There are seasons when you are supposed to do exceedingly wonderful things, and every inspiration seems to be elevating, and people seem to connect to it and want to deal with you. And there are times when you're like a pariah, nobody wants to touch you, and it's like you're not functioning. I was watching a video about one of Hollywood stars, and I don't want to mention the name, but I felt the video was a little disrespectful. It talked about the artist, okay, I should mention the name, forget political correctness, Will Smith. They were talking about his ups and downs with Hollywood and whatever, and it's their definitions of success. The way I saw it, you can't define success by a man does $1 billion in theaters and all of a sudden he does 200 million. It depends on what the life of that man is about and what the season that man is in is about. And if the season is about transformational movies that make impact in the lives of people, well, it's hard to make transformational movies that make impact and it be mass market. Most people in life, and this is just a God honest truth, are not interested in the serious aspects of life. I don't expect my conversation here to have 5 million views because it's specific, it's serious, and people aren't interested in the serious nature of life. People want to go about and sing the song that's the hit for the moment and not really think about the implications of the rhythm and think about the content of the lyrics. They just want to enjoy life and live. And when you are living yours, remember that there are seasons. This may be a wonderful season for you. Harvest. It exists in the life of every man. You have planted at some point and you are reaping. or someone has planted. Some people are born, their parents are well-to-do, their parents leave the earth, or their parents will something to them while they're alive, and all of a sudden they reap the rewards of something that someone had sown before. It's a foundation of seeding and harvesting. It's one of the most important concepts of business, one of the most important concepts of life. You invest. As an investor, this is the primary thing I do. I sow. And some people are trying to get their profit in the next month. I want to get as much more profit than they can ever make in the next 10 years, by foregoing the profits of this particular season and investing and looking forward. I like to tell people, I bet on the future. I'm not interested in this season or the next season or the next season. I'm interested in 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line, whatever my projections are. And when you look at your life, you have to look at the things that should be short-term. Things that should be long-term. And you need to assess right now, is it that you are out of tune with your life? Or is it that you are out of season? That this is not the time when you should be making particular progress on this particular idea. It's a hard evaluation to make, and of course we only have 5 minutes, and I'm sure I've exceeded that. So I hope that helps. Thank you.